What's going on, guys? We're back out here getting ready to work on this thing yet again. So here you can see there's a couple of things. We've got a piece of copper. We've got a new cool kit from this company, Ceener, C-E-E-N-R. If you go to ceener.com, you guys can check this stuff out. I'm super excited to be partnering with these guys for this video. They sent me some batteries to replace this Porter cable system and an adapter for my Ryobi stuff that I have too. So I know a lot of batteries are just outrageously expensive. The Milwaukee stuff is crazy. Buying these Ryobi 1 batteries, the 18 volt, you have to go on and search for the sale that they have over at the Home Depot or find one online. And then even then, they're like, oh, hey, buy 2 batteries and get a leaf blower for free for $200. That's great. These guys have stepped in and kind of filled that void where your old tools that need good new batteries, you don't want to go like a new battery for this thing is like $69.99 or $79.99, $120 for a 2-pack. I mean, I saw them in Tractor Supply. I've had these tools since I think 2017 or 16 or 17. I had the combo kit and I still use it constantly. I mean, this drill has let the smoke out a couple of times, but it wasn't the final smoke. Anyways, these guys sent me this cool stuff. These guys sent me one of their 4,000 milliamp hour 18 volt 20 volt max batteries, 72 watt hour battery. It's heavy, got some weight to it. They sent me an adapter for Porter cable and an adapter for Ryobi, and you can see this has the 1 adapter plate on the top of it. Coupled with this, we're going to be using some of these tools and the big impact gun to pull this thing back apart, take these bolts out. I'm having nothing but bad luck with sealing the surface, so we're going to be using a piece of 025 copper. We're taking a page out of the Rotary Boys handbook here, and we're going to use copper to make this gasket right here from the exhaust manifold to the turbo flange. I keep having issues. It's leaking on the left side and in the back, and I've cranked these back 2 bolts as tight as I can crank them. This one right here, I cranked as tight as I can. It's an awkward spot. And then this one right here, I stripped somehow. So I've been putting a stack of lock washers on the bottom and just cranking it super, super tight. I don't think it's enough. I just took this thing off and hand filed it and sanded it flush so it was nice and flat on the bottom. I might have to pull this whole turbo out of here and inspect everything and make sure everything's happy, because I can't get over 12 psi. We're gonna make a gasket out of this. We're gonna anneal it with a torch. We're gonna let it cool. We're gonna trace, cut, and then install an annealed copper gasket in place of the steel one that's super, super thin. And yes, I've used some high temp RTV sealant there. But more importantly, let's unbox this stuff, take a look at what we got. And I'm excited because these batteries that are in here still work kind of, but they're dying. They're about probably 40% of the life they used to have after all the charge cycles. I've got a few of them, so instead of going out and buying one brand's batteries, this kind of frees you up. You can, buy these and have them for every single tool with these adapters, which is fantastic. So let me open this stuff up. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So I've got the adapters pulled out here. This is just a plastic Porter cable adapter with a post that recess inside of the battery pack itself. So that thing, I already checked it out. It fits on there. This is the Ryobi 1 series one, and the battery slides on in a similar fashion. They all kind of use the same bottom. Right here is our battery unit. It's pretty freaking heavy. I'm surprised at the weight of it. It's got a built-in battery management system to prevent overheating, overcharging, all the stuff that you'd want it to prevent. It's got a power button on the bottom, and out of the box we've got 2 bars, it looks like. This is a USB-C and USB-A charging system. If it uses a USB-C, I'd be kind of pumped about that because it's smaller and I can just put that in my pocket if I'm going on a job site or going to work. I need to have a charger handy, get a little brick and a charger. Might take a little extra time, but at least I can hook it up with something in my pocket as opposed to that giant plastic box that you have to carry around everywhere. So this is what you get. Nice little battery system here, and easy enough. You just take your adapter. Looks like she slides into place, and I don't know why they did it that way where it's upside down once you plug it in, but there, we're plugged in. We have our Ryobi battery adapted here. I'm gonna stick that there for a second. Pop out this other battery. This battery's got full, so this battery's full. We obviously know the other one only has 2 bars out of the box, but that's just shipped. I haven't even touched the charger yet. And we have power. We're on speed 1, but you can see it works. So this is going to be pretty handy. I mean, it's a little smaller than those batteries too. It's similar in the weight, but it's a little bit small. I don't know. Might be a little bit lighter, to be honest with you. This is a heavy unit right here just because it's got all this plastic and all the extra stuff on it. I'm not so excited about the Ryobi one because I just got a crap ton of these batteries, but I'm not going to have to buy any more of those anymore. It's got a little dust shield over your charge port. Over here, the porter cable one, that's what I'm excited about. I have a whole ton of porter cable tools. I bought a 1/2-inch impact. It was like 110 bucks, and I've had it for a couple years. The only problem is these little crappy batteries don't put out enough power to really break my lug nuts free on this thing, or any other vehicle for that matter. So I'm super pumped about this. If you guys want to check out this website, ceenr.com, check out these guys. Make sure that you let them know that I sent you over that way. Pick yourself up a battery system that's adaptable, and you don't have to worry about using 100 Milwaukees or only Ryobi or only this or only that. This will work for whatever. You just have to have a couple adapters floating around. If you have 4 sets of tools, you have 4 adapters, and you got 10 of these, well, guess what? You can use all the different tools that you got. Just throw your adapter on and let it fly. I'll link them in the description below. But now we have to focus on taking this thing off and moving forward with getting this manifold to stop freaking leaking. I'm going to pull all these bolts out of here, show you guys what I'm working with. I'll see you back here in a second. We got this thing pulled apart. You can see on this, exhaust has been getting through right there and right there. And this outside ring here, it's just sneaking by on the gasket. It was on the top side of this gasket. The gasket's right here, and I mean, you can kind of see the darkness right there, the soot coming out the sides on both spots. And like I said, I've only been able to make 12 psi with this thing. Oh, right there, there it is. See how it's black? That's where the gasket has failed. And one spot right here by the hole, one to the bottom right of the hole, and another one right there. It's just not cutting the mustard. So we're gonna anneal this piece of copper. And if you look right here, all you have to do is cut it off straight across here, drill these holes out, cut the inside out, heat it up till it's glowing, and you're good to go. This is nice and flat now. It's just this gasket sucks. I'll see you boys here shortly. Let's get after it. Something I've had to do to modify this manifold is drill the front 2 holes out. They're oversized to fit an M12 by 1.5 thread pitch. I was gonna go 1.75, but I went 1.5. Now these fit inside that hole. That's perfect. But these FP manifolds, we all know, when you're feeding it in from this side, it's darn near impossible. So what I've done is I've grabbed a bolt that I've been using in the FP kit, and you guys can kind of see, hold them in my hand correctly, they're different lengths. So I'm going to cut this one down just a bit, and I'm also going to reshape the head so it fits a 14 millimeter instead of this, which is a larger size. Don't know exactly which one it is. Anyways, I got 2 of them. I've got a nut on here so I can back it off, clean up the threads, and I have a die so I can chase the threads down if I have to. I'm going to make it short enough to fit through this hole. This side right here goes into no problem. But we all know this one right here, the right side, when it's bolted up, that was a tough one. So when this is shorter, it should be able to make it up and around this curve along with the difference in the head size. So if I can get them all down to 14s, I will be happy. I'm going to grind them out here. I'm going to use my little wheel grinder right there and just shape the side out, make it nice and smooth, and then hit it with the sander I have over here, the belt sander. Clean it up, and then hopefully this works. Cutting out this gasket here. I have my material sitting right here. I have my gasket to trace. I have some snips. I'll show you guys how to anneal that and how to make this trace out, cut it out, and get it on the car. That's going to be the game changer right there. So after quite a while messing around with this, we have ourselves a 025 copper gasket. And just to show you guys what it looks like, there it is. This is the other gasket that I had that came off the car. There we go. The only difference is I had to enlarge the holes just a tiny bit. I mean, if we go underneath here, you might be able to see. There you go. Yeah, I had to open them up, use my carbide burrs here, and that's just because we have these couple bigger bolts here, and these fit through here fine. Now we have our copper. I did add a little bit of this on the turbine housing, that red high temp RTV. But here we go. We have this. It feels pretty soft already, but all you have to do, once you get to this point and you have it cut out, get yourself a nice little MAP gas torch or whatever you got. Propane probably will work because it's thin enough. We're going to heat it up till it's just about glowing red, and then we're going to just shut the fire off and just kind of let it cool. We're going to let it cool slowly. I guess you can do it both ways. You can dunk it in oil or whatever. We're just going to let it cool in the air. We're going to heat it up real nice. I'm going to put one edge in the clamp, the outside edge right here probably, and I'm going to heat it up right over here, and we're going to let it get nice and glowing. We're going to let it cool off. That's going to anneal it, let it get nice and soft and malleable, pliable, crushable mainly. And once it's there, we'll be able to put this in between our manifold which also I have right over here. I have my stock one and then my FP. And you guys can kind of see I've opened up the holes on one side, and now we have the holes open on here and regular over here. Also ground the bolt heads down on these bolts, so now these are fitting in 14s. I've got 2 of them and 2 nuts, so I can just back it off, clean up the threads. Oh, fun stuff. Also, I still have a chunk of this copper left over, so I could make, you know, what do you say, probably 2 more of these. I'll save this for later. I'm going to anneal this. I'll show you guys what it looks like as I do it. We're going to let it cool off for a few more minutes. You can see right there we got some flaking. I'm going to let it cool off for a few more minutes. I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like once we're done, and then we can probably go outside, put a little high temp RTV on this part right here because it's flat, and then let it tack up, slap these between it, and clamp her back in there. All right, guys, I just picked this thing up. I got to show you the difference here. Here is the piece that I bought. It was from where? Ace Hardware. It was $8.99, but I had a $5 credit, so I spent $4 and some change on it. But listen to this and watch the edge. So you see this corner right here? We're gonna go smack the crap out of it. You see there's nothing happening there, right? It's all still perfect. Well, no, we got a little tiny wave, and I'm whacking that thing, right? This is all soot coming off of here, but check this out. If I give it a light little tap, just a little, see that? She rolled over, perfectly annealed. Now, this is nice and soft, so we can make sure that it's super, super pliable. Obviously, it doesn't matter if it's got a little wave now. We're gonna put some clamping force between it, and we bumped up from M10 by 125s to M12 by 1.5 threads, so there's going to be some clamping force on these bad boys. But you can tell really quickly, if you can just squeeze it with your fingers and you can make that bend happen, you have annealed the copper. Now this copper, like I said before, is completely reusable. Once you make this gasket, it's going to squeeze in there real nice. It's going to form to the top and the bottom of your turbine housing and your manifold. It's going to pinch right in there real tight. Coupled with that high temp RTV, I don't think we're gonna have any leaks, but I was just amazed at how floppy this stuff got afterwards, and all the black on it, the stuff just rubs right away, and then you have clean copper underneath. You can also use the same trick if you guys are doing turbo coolant lines or oil feed line swaps and you need to mess with those crush washers. I myself like to have a nice healthy stock of those things floating around. I think I got them up here. Yeah, I've got some crush washers here, but it works for these too. You can see the used ones right there, and they are kind of black and stained. You can actually heat those up, and you can re-anneal those also, and you can re-crush those. You can use them on your oil pan, your turbo coolant lines, your whatever you have a copper crush washer on. I'm going to put some stuff on this manifold here after I clean it off, let it tack up some more of this orange high temp RTV, and tomorrow we should be able to fix our leaking problem. This is a pretty cool process. If you guys have leaks, use it. Boys, it's the next day. It's the evening. I just finished this up. I've got my 2 M12 by 1.5 bolts in the front threaded in there with the conical washers on the front and in the rear. The new copper, annealed copper gasket is in there. It really clamped down good. I got a good bite on it for the first time. Adjusted the wastegate arm a little bit. I've got this set to about 18, 19 pounds, and that's where I've been targeting just for daily, and I haven't been able to get there at all. So I'm gonna go take it for a test run. Let's see if this works. Well, I came over here to the local dollar store, and it looks like this thing's working fine. I think the wastegate arm and having a nice good seal spiked right up to 20, and then lowered back down to like 18, so I think it should be okay. I guess we're gonna go for a quick rip and then park it for the night. Well, boys, we made it back to the house, and that was fun, actually. Not too bad. First time in about a month now that I've been able to make over 12 pounds of boost. Some days I get 4, some days I get none, and some days I get 12. I don't know what the hell was the cause of that. I don't know if that was the gasket getting hot on the super hot days when it was, 100 degrees. Maybe it was pinching. The metal was expanding enough to pinch it and it would make some pressure, but we're good now. So that makes me very happy. I may just go ahead and grab a couple more pieces of that copper and try to find a better way of cutting out those gaskets, because I had to do it all by hand. You know, I didn't have snips that would work for it. So a lot of time with the grinder downstairs and the burrs, cutting that hole open for the 7-centimeter housing. Anyways, man, I am so pumped about that. That makes me feel so much better. Now I can pull out the laptop and I have something really sick showing up here in the next couple of weeks. It's from China, but nonetheless, it's going to be an awesome little addition to the tuning setup in this car. And I think it's going to end up going right here. And we're going to put this gauge here and the boost gauge to the right and get that little plate that goes there. And I'm going to need this whole space. It's about the same size here, and I'll probably have to get a 3D printed housing or something for it. But you guys will see what it is soon, and it's not too crazy expensive. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me over on Patreon. We got our first video dropping over there shortly. That's going to be some deep dive tuning stuff, some other behind the scenes things, some fun messing around with getting our anti-lag set up, some wiring stuff. We're just going to go a little bit further there than we do here on some specific things that we've had some questions with. I've had a lot of guys ask specifics, and a couple of them I want to compile and kind of knock out in one shot. And we're going to release videos over there, and then 1 week later we'll release them on YouTube. So if you guys want to see them early and you're entertained by this stuff, go ahead and join, become a member if you want to, and I will see you over there shortly. Anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Monday's tomorrow, or maybe this comes out Monday, I'm not sure, but I will see you in the next one. I'm excited to go drive tomorrow to work. Take care.